Hello friends, Jai Bhim everyone. Good afternoon to all. Friends, I came for sharing the one incident which was registered and came under the light from the Mandal headquarters of the district Kondamallepally. There was a one school. That school name is a Nagarjuna school. There was one principal was worked as a principal. Her name was a Rupa Reddy, 50-year-old woman. Already we got it, which I am going to share to you. You know friends, on this month which was the murder was registered on the 11th at the day that case was ultimately who are the accused person by the evidence by the accused person that murder report were released and that was shared by the Nalgonda police officials and who is the district superintendent of police. You know friends, the Sharat Chandra Pawar, he was shared with the reporters conference and the police officials also shared to us over that incident which was the murder was happened and occurred in the Kondamallepally, the headquarters of the Nalgonda district. You know friends, who was the principal from the Nagarjuna school. She was on the 11th, the evening time, she came back to the home. At the time before her reaching to her residence, who are the students of the Rupa Reddy, they were entered in her house in jumped by the compound wall and first of all they were entered into the kitchen room. After then they were entered into the bedroom and where they were hold the where they were kept the money which was the cash, the 2.5 lakh. That money they were kept. When they were coming from the house out, at the time the Rupa Reddy, she was found them and she was called them, she was uttered a babu like that. While the incident, Rupa Reddy on the phone call with her aunt, before the switched off that mobile, she was uttered a babu. That was a first one of the clue and main evidence for the nab and for the knowing the who was the accused persons. Actually, you know friends, why the accused persons, why they were committed, why they were did that mistake means you know friends, they were who are the accused person, they were a class 10th student from the Nagarjuna school, the Rupa Reddy's school, who was the principal. They were actually they were habituated and they were searched on the YouTube and Google how to earn the money, how to enjoy with the money, where from we got the money, how that like they were planned and searched on the Google and YouTube for the thefting, for the theft the money. And the actually the 15 days before, the Rupa Reddy, who was the principal at the Nagarjuna school, she was reprimanded them, who are the accused person, the students over the which was they were possession the mobile phone, iPhone, and the some cash money. At the time, actually the accused person, they were stayed at the hostel. That's why when the checking time, she was found those, therefore she was reprimanded them in front of their parents. That's why the both students, their duo, they were nursing the guards on her, and they planned themselves, and they were conducted the a race on her house, and when without their presence at the their home, the Rupa Reddy's house, they were came and entered. When she was found them, they which was they were brought the, they came with the full and fledged security. I mean, they brought the gloves and hundi and knife also from the shop, and they worn those, and when the Rupa Reddy suspected them, at the time they were feared, and by the fear they were stabbed her with the knife 27 times. Then after the Rupa Reddy, she was fallen at the spot and she was died. Friends, already her mobile was switched off. Last call, last word which was she was uttered, a babu, that was a main clue for the knowing the who were the accused persons. After then, when the Rupa Reddy's incident, the murder, that school was disclosed up to 7 days. After the reopening that school, who were the suspected students, they were hadn't attended the school. That's why they got the more suspicion on them, and they were searched for them, and they were nabbed them while they were going to Mallepally to Nalgonda. At the time they found, and they were apprehended them with the which was they have the possession, which was they had the possession, the cash money, which was the which was found with the blood stain, the 500 notes, 1.55 lakh rupees, and mobile phone, and motorcycle. Those all were recovered by the. Then after they found them and apprehended them. Right now, who are the juveniles, who are the 16-year-old class 10th students, they right now under control of the police officials. Friends, really very sad. Who are the juveniles, they were committed and they were involved that murder case, and they were murder to the one principal, one teacher. What is mean by that? Where we are living, what is going on in the society, day to day what happening. Really, I am very fearing over those incidents, and what is going on, what have been continuing. Those really I am fearing, and really I am very sad. Friends, nowadays children and who are the students, where they are going, what they are thought, where we are right now. The fast generation going on, even they were involving, and they were not, they hadn't thought what is the future, what is their life, because of main accused persons who they are, means first of all parents. The parents not care about their life, and they not give the any guidance and counseling them over the society, over the situations and circumstances. That's why they are involving. Really very sad. friend, the police officials from that incident on the 11th, that incident was registered happened after the 12th, that came under the light. The police officials, they found that, and they reached to the scene, and therefore they were started the investigation with the 5 team comprised 40 police men, and the dog squad reports, and for the getting the evidence and forensic evidence. That's what they used the policemen, 40 policemen, and the comprised 5 teams, and the dog squad report, and the CCTV footage, 70 CCTV footage they were searched, and those CCTV footage surrounding up to the 30-kilometer square ad they were used and searched for the getting the evidence, for the getting the who was the accused person. And friends, the around the more than around the 80 members they were questioned by the police officials, who were suspected people, all the around the those residents, and all were questioned, the 80 members, and they were searched the CCTV footage, and they were used the dog squad. After then they found they were the students of that school, the principal's students, they only involved, they only did that murder. After that, by the uttered that Babu call, that was a main clue and main the clue, that one, that only the police officials found. And then after they were questioned them multiple time, they therefore they were confused that murder we only did like that. Why they did means she was reprimanded them, that's why they nursing the guards on her, and they had to theft her house, and actually they went for the theft